YouTube, what's good? I just wanted to make this. Well, first, before I start the video, I want to thank everybody that subscribed so far and everybody that commented in my last video. We had a nice little conversation in that last video, and a couple people even gave me some suggestions on what they would like to see in some of my upcoming videos and ask questions that I'm going to answer in upcoming videos. So I appreciate everybody that contributed so far. But I just wanted to give a quick video about my old studio setup versus my current studio setup. I used to live in New York, and I set up a studio in my parents' basement of their house, and so I was doing a lot of recording out of there. I started back in I started making music back in probably '06, I think it was. And I kind of just built up from there. But I'll show you a picture of my old studio setup. Now, this isn't the way it ended. This is just the only picture of it I could find. So it was a couple other things that was added that's not in this picture. But to name a few things that's in the picture that I did have that I don't have now, I have had a Korg M3 61 key keyboard. I had a a Yamaha Motif XS 61 key. I had a Akai MPC 2500. It's a Behringer mixer up there. I still have that mixer, but that's just name a few things that I had back then that I don't have now. What happened was I moved to Texas, and when I moved to Texas, I I ended up selling a lot of that stuff. But I'm happy that I went through that process of getting gear that I wanted, not necessarily needed. And this is where I'm at now. This is what I have. Right now, I don't really have a whole dedicated room or anything for my stuff. So I had to slim it down a lot. I'm in an apartment, and I kind of pretty much have, it's a little nook off of the living room indent into the wall, as you can see, where I have my little studio set up. But I'm doing this video because I want to track and kind of have conversations about the gear that I will be getting, because I'm gonna be moving again. I moved to Texas probably 3-4 years ago, and this is how my setup is now. And then later on this year, I'll be moving again, and I'll probably have a dedicated room or something like that for my studio, and I'll have more space to have more gear. But getting to it, this is what I have so far. Well, right now, I'm running everything off of a 15-inch MacBook Pro. The big screen up here is just a Sony Bravia back from, I think, 2008, I want to say. It was hot back in 2008. It's 32-inch. Yeah, it's kind of old now, but it still worked. The MPC Studio, everybody know what that is. The Magic Mouse for the keyboard, just a wireless mouse. The two speakers right here are the KRK Rocket 6s, and I also have the sub to go with it, which that thing be beating. MIDI keyboard right here, Oxygen, the M Audio Oxygen 49. It's pretty dope. I mean, for what it is, I just really needed, it's a 49 key. I just needed something that will, for one, fit in that area. So I couldn't really go with nothing bigger than a 49 key. And I just needed it to have transport controls on it. I didn't really need too much. Wasn't looking for nothing with pads on it. I really just needed transport controls. But I'll probably be upgrading. Well, I might upgrade that. Maybe not. I don't know. Back here, I have the audio interface that I'm running everything through is the Inbox 2. Another thing that I got back, a while ago. I had that, since I upgraded my studio the first time. And the only reason I really got that because I was looking to run Pro Tools, and back then you needed an actual interface or a specific one of the specific interfaces to run Pro Tools. You couldn't just use any old interface like you could now. So I got that. And I also got this. It's the Inbox Micro, which you just plug that in. If you was on the road and you just had your laptop and you wanted to work on Pro Tools files, you could use this. Had your volume control on it. But obviously I don't use that no more because I upgraded my Pro Tools. I think I'm running Pro Tools 11 right now. And you can use any interface. So I no longer need that, but I still just have that chilling. And that's the interface I'm using, Inbox 2. This above it is just a 4-hub USB because I'm running out of, well, I ran out of space already on my computer. These right here are external hard drives. I have, this one is a 2. These are the Western Digital Studio model hard drives, and they are Firewire, all of them. It's 3 total. This is a 2 terabyte. That one is a 1.5 terabyte, and then the one that's in the cut right here. Oops, the one that's in the cut right here is a 500 gigabyte. So those plus I have a 500 gigabyte 7200 RPM hard drive inside of the MacBook Pro. And then just a few other little things I got back here. My mic, that's right here. A couple, this is the old iLock for Pro Tools. That's the newer one. A couple flash drives, thumb drives, whatever you call them, USB drives. A bunch of those. Those are definitely good to keep handy. The computer back there's another MacBook Pro. That one's my wife's. She do graphic design, so sometimes she hook up into the TV, use it as a monitor like I do. And that's about it. I do have my reflection filter, but obviously I don't have nowhere to really record right now. Back in my other studio, my old studio in the basement, I used to have a whole separate booth where I had that set up in, but nowhere for that right now. And I think, oh, the headphones that fell. If you're wondering, these are the Sennheiser HD 280 Pros. Decent headphones. They starting, I done had them so long, they starting to actually not come apart, but this little fake leather stuff is starting to come off. But they're good headphones. I'll be upgrading those too. And I think that's pretty much the gist. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of it, so when I do start making upgrades, people will at least know where I came from, like what I'm upgrading, you know, what little things, because there's certain things that I'm looking into. I'm gonna upgrade my interface. That's probably one of the first things I'm gonna upgrade. I am gonna upgrade my computer. Yeah, I'm gonna get some racks. I got some rack spaces right here. Oh, which the desk, well, that box is just a bunch of bullshit, just games and stuff. I don't really play games as much as I used to, but they all in that box from when I moved. This desk, I got it from Guitar Center. I forgot which one it is. I remember when I went, they had 2, and this is the more expensive one, where it comes with the 2 sections, for the racks. So it already got the rack ears on there, and I just got to get racks now. I don't have none at the moment, but yeah, I know this was kind of a shitty video, but y'all get the gist. And I got this, sometimes I put this wireless keyboard down here. It's actually my wife's, but I'll just use it sometimes. I put that down there, close up my laptop, and I just use the screen, you know, to go with the wireless keyboard. That's what that's doing up there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about how I have anything hooked up, or what something is, what something might do, let me know. If you have any questions, or stuff that you think I should upgrade possibly, or whatever, just give me your suggestions. I'll be doing a whole upgrade couple videos about little stuff that I'm gonna be buying here and there. But I wanted to put this video out before I started upgrading. Yeah, and that's it. All right, like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.